What's up, guys? My screen is blank, but you'll see why. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I forgot to pause the video. So we're reading Dear Miss Know-It-All, I think. So we're reading Dork Diaries, Tales from a Not-So-Smart Miss Know-It-All. So here's the summarization. Does your arch nemesis have a name that starts with Mac and ends with Kenzie? Maybe you can give me advice. Your friend, Miss Know-It-All. Monday, January 6th. Today was the first day of school after our two-week winter break. I have to admit, I was not looking forward to seeing Mackenzie. I guess I was just super worried about Chloe, Zoe, and me getting in trouble for toilet papering her house. Would our parents be called to the school? Would we get detention? Would we be suspended? Would we be arrested? However, I would have gladly chosen any of these horrible outcomes over listening to Mackenzie blab and on and on about her non-existent secret admirer. Nikki, I don't know what you little trolls were doing at my house that night, but I'm warning you, keep your nose out of my personal business. That girl was all up in my face like bad breath. Mackenzie, I already apologized and offered to clean up everything, but as I explained before, Chloe, Zoe, and I were just goofing around. You liar! You're just jealous because Brandon is my secret admirer. Sorry, but he likes me and not you, and it's not my fault your face looks like it caught on fire and someone tried to put it out with a fork. Well, it's not my fault you're such an airhead that if you open your mouth, I can hear the ocean. I shot back. I'm warning you, Maxwell, just back off, or you'll be sorry. You don't belong at this school anyway. Well, when Mackenzie said those words, a cold chill ran down my spine. She was absolutely right. I didn't belong at this school. Unfortunately, I was attending on a bug extermination scholarship that my dad had arranged. Mackenzie's the only student who knows about my embarrassing secret, and if the other students find out, I'm going to just crawl into my locker and die. Mackenzie gave me a big smile as she hurled one final insult. Oh, by the way, I love what you did with your hair today. How did you get it to come out of one nostril like that? Then she slammed her locker shut and sashayed away. I just hate it when Mackenzie sashays. By the time the whole school was gossiping that Brandon was crushing on Mackenzie. The story was that he had spent an entire hour toilet papering her yard as a practical joke to get her attention. Then he left a dozen roses and a box of Gavita chocolates at her front door, rang her doorbell, and ran away. Nikki Maxwell was so jealous that she showed up in the middle of the night with her BFFs to try to take down the toilet paper so she could ruin Mackenzie's surprise. OMG, that entire story was so ridiculous, I was pretty sure no one would believe it. Besides, Mackenzie had no proof whatsoever except her 8x10 frame photograph of it all. So she was so proud. She actually taken a picture of her yard with her cell phone. I heard she even had it posted online. And during lunch, all the CCP girls were crowded around and swooning over her photo like it was a baby picture of Justin Bieber or something. But I was more worried about Brandon than anyone. He had enough stuff going on in his life without Mackenzie and me creating additional drama. I just hope all his ideal Gossip won't damage our friendship. Although I have a really bad feeling that damaging our friendship is exactly what Mackenzie is trying to do. Ah, that was me screaming. Right now I'm having a complete meltdown. Why? Because when I went to breakfast this morning, I saw a strange man in a fancy business suit standing in our kitchen. And get this, my mom handed him a cup of coffee and then gave him a big fat kiss right on the lips. I was about to scream, "Mom, what are you doing? You're married to Dad." But then I realized that man was my dad. I have to admit, he cleans up really nicely. "Dad, you look great. What's the occasion?" I asked as I took a huge bite out of my strawberry Pop-Tart. "Well, dear, due to Maxwell's bug extermination's great reputation, I just might have an exciting new business opportunity," Dad beamed proudly. "Hey, I didn't want to rain on his parade, but the guy rides around town with a 6-foot plastic brooch on top of the van. I mean, just how good could his rep actually be? I'm just saying," he continued. "I have a meeting this morning with the owner of the most successful property management company in the city, Hollister Holdings, Inc." At first, I just stared at my dad with my eyes practically bulging out of my head. Then I choked and sputtered, "OMG, Dad, did you just say Hollister?" It felt like a huge chunk of pastry had gotten stuck inside my throat. Or maybe pure dread and massively severe anxiety attack were choking off my breathing. "Yep, I'll be meeting with Marshall Hollister. Your mom says his daughter goes to your school and she's a really good friend of yours." Suddenly, I felt really lightheaded in the room and started to spin. "But Dad, how do you know it's a business meeting? Maybe he wants to talk to you about something else, like, I don't know, something kind of surprising or shocking that could involve lots of, toilet paper and trees." "Huh?" Dad looked at me, totally perplexed. "I don't even know what this guy. What else would Moneybags Marshall want to talk to me about but the business deal?" I I don't have the slightest idea," I stammered. That's when I looked deep into my father's eyes and desperately pleaded with him. "Dad, please don't go to that meeting. I have a really bad feeling about it. If you really love me, you won't go. Please, promise me." But he must have thought I was joking around or something because he chuckled, kissed my forehead. "Boy, you and your mother are a nervous wreck about this meeting than I am. Don't worry, I'm a shrewd and savage shark. When it comes to business, I'm totally in control. Just call me Mr. Biz." "Well, Mr. Biz," my mom giggled, "your tie is floating in your coffee and you have grape jelly in your mustache. I think a shrewd and savage shark needs to run upstairs to wash his face and change his tie." Dad fished his tie out of the coffee and stared at it in total disgust. "Oh, shucks, this is really pretty power tie. Now it's ruined," he whined, like a 5-year-old. It was quite obvious Mackenzie had finally ratted on me, and now her dad wanted to talk to my dad, which means at some point in the immediate future, my parents are going to kill me. I was torn as to whether I should pack my suitcase and sneak away to become a teenage bag lady before or after school, but the least I could do is try to warn my Chloe and Zoe, that Mackenzie BFFs that Chloe and Zoe, that Mackenzie's dad was probably going to be contacting their parents next, so it's settled. I'll run away after school. Okay, so this is what we'll leave off for now. Here's the questions you guys should answer and put it in the comments below. Is she actually going to run away? Why is she going to run away? And what's the meeting going to really be about? Comment, like, and subscribe, and answer these questions down below. Goodbye.